So hi everyone, this is a new year. I'm coming to you in this new year. So we are going to be discussing. I'm going to be giving different content on the channel, and for today we shall be discussing about self-pity, the issue of self-pity. The time you find yourself that maybe you feel like this is not where I would want to be in life, this I would have wanted to have this and that. Other people, they have, maybe you see like other people, they have a better life than you, and you're there, you're hating yourself, you're locking yourself in the house, you're crying, you don't have friends, you don't have supporters, and you feel like maybe life is and you feel like maybe this is not what I signed up for, or you feel like the best option is actually to give up. But sometimes giving up is an option, but you cannot give up on yourself. You can give up maybe on a project that you had and you felt that it's draining you, it's draining your resources, it's not giving you the freedom you wanted, it's not giving you the peace you wanted, and it's not plowing back into your value. So you can give up or let go of that project. If we use a better term, we can let go of that project, but in essence it's actually giving up, but in a more positive way. It's actually giving up, but with a positive tone to it. So you can give up or let go on some of the things that you feel they are draining you, they are bringing you down, so that that feeling of helplessness. But you should not let that feeling of helplessness to overcome you to an extent that maybe you're an achiever, you now move to being an average person. And exactly now, when you move from being an achiever to an average person, the devil has actually succeeded into making you a loser. So because you move from an achiever to average, it will be very easy to move from average to non-achiever. But it's going to be extremely hard for you to raise yourself up from that level of average back to the level of the achiever that you were actually are, and that you were before. So when it comes to self-pity, it also leads to self-destruction. So because when you pity yourself and you feel like I'm not the best version of myself, I should do better, other people are doing better, I'm not good, I do not look good, I don't like myself, I hate my hair, I hate my eyes, I hate my nose, I hate my face, I hate my career, I hate my family, I hate my friends, and you're pitying yourself and maybe wondering how comes other people, they are happy and I'm always in this feeling of helplessness. The problem with self-pity is that it makes you to have a low value of yourself. You appraise yourself wrongly, and therefore you give a low value to yourself, because if you don't love what you have, definitely you cannot value it. So assuming I hate my voice and I don't value it, so I cannot even sing, I cannot even come here to speak to you, because I hate my voice, I hate the way I sound on camera, I hate hearing my voice. So definitely I can't even make a video, and definitely I cannot even sing and say that I'm going to the studio, because of self-pity. So self-pity is quite dangerous, it's detrimental, and it affects the best of us. Personally, I've gone through that. I've locked myself in the house for days, I've cried, I didn't want to see the light, I didn't want to go outside, I felt I did not deserve even to be walking on the road, I don't deserve anyone to see me, because I felt I was trash, and maybe the best place that I should be is in a coffin, or in a grave, because that's where no one will ever see you, you'll have no impact. But it's basically the enemy's way of removing you for survival, because essentially as we learned in our biology, we live in a world whereby it's survival for the fittest. So it's still one of the tricks to remove those who are not fit to survive, so that those who remain fit for survival, they can move to the next level. So if you don't want to be left in the same level you are, or you don't want to move backwards in your life, then at that point you should start learning and start identifying and start working towards alleviating self-pity, so that you can remain as part of those who will remain as fit to go to the next level. And maybe you can ask yourself, so how can you overcome the self-pity? Number one is knowledge. The Bible says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. So what you should do is invest in knowledge, invest in therapy, invest in counseling, invest in reading positive books, that the positive books that are positive, that give you a positive appraisal of yourself, that they help in guiding you in the right direction. Talk to the right people, talk to people who have been successful in the field that you're in, or people who have actually made a success of your life, so that they can guide you in terms of career guidance, in terms of relationship guidance, and in the path that your life is taking. So the first thing we've said is knowledge. Guys, invest in getting knowledge. The last day you did your last exam in campus, in college, or in Form 4, that is not the last time you should say that is the last time you learned. Knowledge should be continuous, and because it adds value to you. So number 2, throw away that shitty self-appraisal you have of yourself, that tells you that I cannot make it, that tells you I'm ugly, that tells you I don't have anything to offer to the world. Throw away that shitty appraisal that you have on yourself, that tells you that you've not been working hard enough. Throw it away and do a new appraisal on yourself, whereby you appreciate yourself for the far that you've come, appreciate yourself for the wins, the small wins that you have had in your life. Appreciate yourself for the good things that you've done for yourself. Maybe you won an award somewhere, maybe you are the best in a given skill. Maybe you did something good, you have given out to charity, you've given your time to help someone who was sick, you've visited someone who was suffering in jail. Appraise yourself positively, appreciate yourself for the good things that you've done, because they will also contribute to making you feel better about yourself. Then number 3, cut off the toxic environment that you are living in. Cut off your toxic family, toxic friends, toxic colleagues. And the best way that you can cut off the toxic environment you're living in is by, first of all, understanding that you don't belong to their thought patterns. Is change your thought patterns, understand that their thought patterns are not the same as yours, and your thought patterns do not belong to each other's, and that way you'll be able to cut them off in a very positive manner. Understand that you're not hating these people, just that their thought patterns, they do not align with your thought patterns, and that way they are serving as to bring you, to pull you back. Toxic friends, toxic family, toxic relationships, and they work towards pulling you down. So cut off all that environment, that dirty toxic environment that you've put yourself into, because once you get in the dirt, there is no way you can fight in a dirty environment and expect to come out clean. You have to come out with so much dirt, because dirt is dirty. So those are some of the tips that I used to come out of self-pity. Number 4, believe in God. God is omnipotent, He's omnipresent, He loves all of us, and understand that he has written that you're perfect. He created you in His own image, so you are perfectly and beautifully made. So understand what God's purpose and plan is for in your life, so that you can be able to also see that if you see yourself in the eyes of God, you won't hate yourself, because definitely if you hate the way you look, but God says that, you're beautiful. So take what God has said about you and leave what men are saying about you. So till next time, I love you guys. We'll continue with this topic, something that most people are going through, but I'm sure you'll all overcome in due time. Bye. Love you. Keep subscribing.